Hello UIL team, it's Mr. T here, and yes, we are back with our lesson video for our 16 main selections. For those who are in group 3, I really hope that you enjoyed going over your first selection. So I really hope you had fun going over the Flying Dutchman Overture by Wagner. Now we are back to our normal lessons for our 16 main selections, and today, this is for all groups now, so group 2 and group 1, please come back for our sixth lesson video for today, because today we're going to go over our sixth piece, which means that today is going to be our sixth selection. Okay, all right. So today, what we're gonna go over for today is we're gonna go over the Red Poppy, Russian Sailor's Dance by Glière. Yes, we're going over another selection that will be a great piece for today. This will be our sixth selection. Okay, of the music memory list this year. Okay, so this is our sixth piece. Okay, so most importantly, I want y'all to enjoy, and I hope that you will enjoy going over all lessons video today. We do have a lot to talk about today, so this is going to be a long video for today. So I really hope you enjoy, and most importantly, have fun going over our lesson video for today. And let's go over our sixth selection. Oh, and by the way, since because we're in November now, our seventh selection for our seventh lesson video for our seventh selection will be released next week. Due to Thanksgiving, it will not be released in 2 more weeks because we have Thanksgiving in 2 more weeks. So next week, I'm gonna upload the seventh selection, and you have the whole of this month until December to go over our sixth and seventh selection. Group 3. For those who are in Group 3, you will have your second, aka your 18th selection in December, and it will be posted before our 8th selection for all groups. Okay, so for those who are in Group 1, for all these groups, you will go over your 6th and 7th selection this month. Okay, and then we'll get back with our 8th piece in December. I'll talk more about that next week. Okay, all right. Let's enjoy our video and let's have fun. Enjoy. Today, you will go over the Red Poppy, Russian Sailor's Dance by Glière. Echo the piece after me. The Red Poppy, Russian Sailor's Dance by Glière. Let's say all together. Ready? Begin. The Red Poppy, Russian Sailor's Dance by Glière. The category for today's selection is full orchestra. This will be our second full orchestra out of 6. So now we are in a selection that is full orchestra number 2, and this is the second one out of 6. This one in the bottom shows one element from the map, and it shows a steering wheel of a ship that people use doing a ship. It's a steering wheel of a ship. We hope that you will enjoy going over this selection today. Alright, so now we're going to go over our background information of the Red Poppy, Russian Sailor's Dance by Glière. We go round robin, so we do about the composer first, then about the music, and then we read vocabulary, and we'll read more facts about the selection. Okay, so please follow along and enjoy. Okay, now we're going to do the background information of the selection. Michaud Glière was born in Kiev, a town that was part of Russia in 1875, and was a 20th century composer. His father was an instrument maker and a professional musician. In 1891, he began his musical studies at a Kiev School of Music in 1894. He moved to Moscow Conservatory of Music, where he would graduate in 1900. 1 year later, Glière accepted a teaching job at the Moscow Conservatory. He would then become the director of Kiev Music Conservatory in 1913. His music was often considered nationalistic as it used themes and ideas from Russian folk songs and melodies. So those are some interesting facts about the composer Glière. So Glière was also a teacher as well as composer as well. So that's one thing that's one fact that we know about Glière, is that he was also a teacher and a composer at the same time. All right, now we're going to do about the music. The Red Poppy is a ballet composed in 1927. Russian Sailor's Dance is the best-known selection from this ballet. The story is set in a shipyard where there is an uprising among the workers. A successful intervention of sailors from Russian ships occurs. Russian Sailor's Dance is set in variations based on a theme from Russian folk tune Yabloko, which means apple in Russian. Yabloko. So Yabloko is Russian for apple. I'm hoping I'm saying it correctly, but it means apple in Russian, okay? So basically it's a Russian tune folk song that is called apple. But in Russian you say Yabloko. Okay? Alright. Now we're going to read vocabulary and more facts about this piece. One of the things that we need to know about vocabulary is that in this form today is theme and variation form. We will discuss this form today on a set in the stage activity for today. Okay, so today's form is theme variation form, and we're going to discuss all about it in this video. Okay, and I'll set in the stage activity for this video. Okay, so please stay tuned for that. Okay, and it is a form of musical competition where a melody is repeated several times in alternate form or accompanied in a different manner, known as variations. So we'll talk more about that today on the stage activity. The Red Poppy, often known as the Red Flower, was the first ballet with a modern Russian revolutionary theme. The ballet takes place in Seaport in the 1920s. The captain of the Russian ship notices workers being mistreated and decides to try to help them. A local woman witnesses this and is impressed with his kindness to give him a red poppy as a symbol of love. The woman later dies when a riot breaks out at the shipyard, and she dies. She gives another red poppy to a young girl as a symbol of freedom. So there are good things why this piece is called the red poppy, because it's a sign for good things in life. Basically known as the red flower. So every time when you see a red poppy in life, it means good signs. Signs that are going to be good for your life. So that's what it's all about. Isn't that interesting? So make sure you always remember that forever in your life, alright? Alright. That was our background information, and now we're going to move forward. Okay, now it's time to check our tally chart review. So, as you can see, this selection for today's category is full orchestra. So you know what that means? That's right. It is the second full orchestra out of 6. So that means that we have 4 more to go, and then we'll be done with full orchestra. So now I can say is in our tally chart, we can mark this piece as the second full orchestra out of 6. So it's not vocal. We only had 1 vocal, 1 band, which we're not going to get another band because we already marked this one already. 1 small ensemble and 1 solo piano. So all of that is more yet to come later on. So this will be our second selection for full orchestra, and this is the second one. This is our 6th selection. Okay, just to let you know. Okay, all right. So that is our category. So now we checked it, and it is our second orchestra out of 6. So we have 4 more to go. All right. Let's move on. Okay, now it's time to do your squilt. Let's move on to our squilt. Alright, so this is our Squilt page. So obviously on the worksheet, at the beginning, it's gonna say to put your name and date. So please put your name and date, please, and put your instructor's name on there. If you don't have one, please put my name on there. Okay. You are also gonna put the name of the piece and the composer. The title of this piece is already been announced in the bottom of this video. So in the bottom, you will see the title announced and the composer announced. So it's down below the squirt. Okay, so it's down there as you see it. Okay, so if you want to spell how to spell all of the title, it's down there. If you want to spell the composer, it's down there as well. Don't forget, on Glière, there is an accent. There is an E accent that you see. It's on a right position and it's down. So draw a little line down on the first E that you see in the composer's name, Glière. There is an accent. Okay, so be sure to write that. Okay, all right. And then of course after that, you are going to be circling which category is today's selection. What is it today on? It's full orchestra. So please circle full orchestra or just circle orchestra, okay? Because it's performed by an orchestra, okay? And then that is it. And then you will go over all these questions. Questions 1 through 4 are required, and questions 5 and the rest of them are not, okay? So only go over questions 1 through 4 if you feel like it, but you have to do questions 1 through 4. The last 3 don't have to be. You don't have to do those, but questions 1 through 4 you have to do those. Okay. All right. So now this is our squill. Okay. All right. All right. Now since all that is now being said, let's begin our squill. All right. So enjoy hearing the audio selection of the Red Poppy Russian Sailor's Dance by Glière. Most importantly, I want y'all to enjoy and have fun going over this piece, and listen to an audio of this piece as well. I think you're going to love it. Okay, and don't forget it's a dance, so it's gonna go fast. Okay, so it's a dance. All right. Now here's an audio version of this piece of the Red Poppy Russian Sailor's Dance by Glière. Enjoy.
The Red Poppy, Russian Sailor's Dance by Glière.
All right, that was our piece. What did you think of it? Was it a fun piece to hear? It's a very fun piece to hear, and I really hope that you all enjoyed it. All right, so now beginning our lesson video for today, let's go over the main form that we do today is our setting the stage activity, and we're going to be talking about a lot today about theme and variation forms. So please stay tuned. So here is the setting the stage activity for the Red Poppy Russian Sailor's Dance by Glière. Enjoy. Alright, let's begin our setting the stage activity for the Red Poppy Russian Sailor's Dance by Glière. Ready? Here we go. Here is the here is what we're going to be talking about today, which you already know. Let's go over the form for today, and you know what today's form is? Today's form will be theme and variation form. So I'm going to show you an example of what a theme and variation form will look like. I'm going to give you some samplers to help you always remember what a theme and variation form looks like. Okay, so here are some examples. Ready? So let's take a look at this ship. This ship that you see on the picture is our theme. It's a sailor ship, and number one, it's colored blue. So that's our theme. So please take a look at the ship. It is our theme. It's the main idea. The main idea is about a blue ship. Now, let's take a look at this ship. Any differences? It's colored red. It's the same one as the blue, but another one joins, but it's in a different color. It is red. So, it changes the idea. The second ship that you see would like to. So the second ship that you see on this picture is what we will call a variation. It changes the idea. So this is the what is the difference again? It's the same ship, but is it blue? No, it is red. So that means that it's a variation. Here is a third ship. Is it different? Yes. Is it red? No. It's green. We will also call that a variation. How is it different? Because it's a very different color than the second and the first ship. But remember, the main idea and our theme is the blue ship. But the green ship is also another variation after the first variation. The main part about this all is that when you look at a theme in variation, variations changes the theme and it changes in different melodies. The theme plays the actual folk song piece. Variations change differently and make it more different. They may change the rhythm, they may change the tone, or some variations might change from major to minor, or some might change the rhythm. Some might change some notes, and some might change some beats of a measure when you play a note. So that's what a variation is all about in music. So I really hope that y'all now get it why they are. So now I hope that y'all get it on why is it called theme and variation form. This is what it will look like. Again, the theme is the blue ship, but there are two variations that follow the blue ship, which is our main idea. That is the red ship and the green ship. Those are what we call variations. Today's selection, the Red Poppy Russian Sailor's Dance, is in a form called theme and variations. Now, listen to the theme of the selection. There will be 11 variations in this selection today. Today you will hear the Red Poppy Russian Sailor's Dance by Glière. We hope that you will enjoy going over our setting the stage activity today. Alright, that was our setting the stage activity. So now we are ready to see the preview of the map of the Red Poppy Russian Sailor's Dance. So now I'm going to show you a map presentation video of this piece. So now I'm going to show you the map, the official map of what the map is going to look like for the Red Poppy Russian Sailor's Dance by Glière. So now I'm going to explain the map to you, and I'm going to explain what the map is going to do for today, okay? So here is the map of this piece. Okay, so now I'm going to show you the map in 3, 2, 1. Alright, so this is the official map of the Red Poppy Russian Sailor's Dance by Glière. Notice on the map that it shows you a great example of theme and variation form. This map will show you an excellent example of theme and variation form. Obviously, there are 11 variations. Notice that each ship on the map changes because as we talked about today on the setting the stage activity, every ship changes. But our main ship is our theme section. That's our main ship. But it changes it. The first variation is similar to this theme, but it's different. It changes every single time on each variation, just to let you know. So our main idea is this ship, and the main idea is what we're going to hear in the theme section, okay? Obviously, in a theme in variation form, you have to have an introduction to start the piece. You also have to have a coda. It cannot be a theme in variation form without a coda. So obviously in this selection there will be an introduction and a coda. And the introduction is a special beginning and a coda is a special ending. So obviously you have to have those two to play a theme in variation form. Alright? We'll talk more about all that today, and now let's move on to our next thing. Okay, so next up is we're gonna go over our animated lesson kit video now. So before we watch the video, here are some things you should know. So in the video, I will be presenting to you more information about the selection. The video will have an introduction, mini lesson greeting, composer information card, and a video lesson presentation of the selection. The video lesson will show the map and will show highlighted key musical elements that you will learn more about today's selection. We will watch the video all together. So most importantly, enjoy it and watch it, and we're gonna watch it all together. So enjoy the animated lesson kit video for today for our 6th selection. Okay, here it is. Enjoy. In today's mini lesson, we'll cover a piece by Glière that comes from a ballet. It is in theme and variation form that has many melodic direction and uses a string-based solo in the theme section. This selection, The Red Poppy, Russian Sailor's Dance by Glière, comes from a ballet. You might remember that a ballet is a story told through dance and music. The red poppy is named after a flower called the red poppy, which are beautiful flowers. The form of the selection is theme and variation form, a form that is a musical competition where a melody or theme is repeated several times in an altered form or accompanied by a different manner or variations. You will hear 11 variations in this selection today. There are also some parts of the selection that have a melodic direction. A melodic direction is a path of notes in a melody, moving up, down, or staying the same. The theme section of the selection uses the string bass as the solo of the theme section. A string bass is the largest and the lowest instrument of the string family. The other instruments you will hear besides the string bass is the trombone, trumpet, French horn, euphonium, oboe, flute, violin, viola, and cello. The words that you see on some of the variations are pesante, slow and heavy, moderato, a moderate tempo, animato, animated or spirited, and presto, very quickly. There is also an introduction and a coda. Notice in the coda section there is a big crescendo, which means gradually getting louder. In today's main lesson, we cover the piece by Glière that comes from a ballet, is in theme and variation form with a melodic direction, and uses a string-based solo in the theme section. Alright, so now what we're going to do, thank y'all so much for going over our animated lesson kit video for today. I hope you learned a lot more on the video. So now we're going to go over our homework before we watch the map today and before we end it for our sixth piece today, okay? So let's go ahead and go over all of our homework for today before we watch the animated lesson map, okay? Alright, so here's our homework. First up is discussing the map. Obviously, there will be 3 questions, such as, what did you think of the map? What did you notice on the map? And what was your favorite part on the map? And of course, you will be discussing all three of these questions for homework. It will help you remember how did you see the map as you were watching it today, and most importantly, have fun. That's your first main homework, which y'all know how to do all that stuff, okay? All right. Next up is our homework videos. So they are, of course, kinesthetic title with Miss Debbie Taylor, and there's no movement activity video for today. So you will go straight to the animated the animated lesson kit video for today, because there's no movement activity today, of course, and followed by the animated listening map for later today, not right now, but later today, because we are going to be watching the map all together. And of course, last but not least, our live performance video and our alternate version performance video. Okay, you will also watch these 2 videos for homework. Next up are the pages, such as the connection of art, which shows paintings of the red poppies, which you will talk about why this art has to do with the piece. Next up is your theme bank for your worst themes for today, when you sing along today. Next up is your activity page, and it's going to be some variations worksheets, which you will follow the directions. And what you're going to do today is you are going to be drawing and coloring today for this form, okay? For our form for today, okay? All right. And the next one is our various theater scripts. So which you are going to be talking about something that has to do with sailors and all that. So that's going to be there. I hope you'll have fun. And of course, your early childhood pages, what you're going to do is write the words double bass or string, and string as well. And you are also going to color the string bass that you see on the on the worksheet, and also the steering wheel for a sail ship. Second one, same thing for the sail ship, and you are also going to color the ships on the map as well. Okay, all right. So that's all your homework for today. And last but not least, your checking for understanding quiz review, and you are going to be going over all this all these 5 questions. You don't have to answer the last 2 because they are all from from our school today. So only go over questions 1 through 5. Okay. All right. All right. Let's move on. Okay, so now we're going to be watching our map now. So now, great job going over all the stuff today. So now, before we end the video, we are going to be watching the map of the Red Poppy Russian Sailor's Dance by Glière. Most importantly, please follow along as you watch the map today. And don't forget, it goes from introduction to coda, and it goes through all of the stuff in order, from theme to variations, okay? So most importantly, I want y'all to have fun going over the map today, and I want y'all to have fun. Alright, enjoy going over the map, and then we will end our lesson video afterwards. Okay, here is the official animated lesson map of the Red Poppy Russian Sailor's Dance by Glière. Enjoy.
The Red Poppy Russian Sailor's Dance by Glière.
Alright, thank y'all so much for going over our 6th selection today. It has been a great piece to go over today. Thank y'all so much for going over our 6th selection, which is the Red Poppy Russian Sailor's Dance by Glière. Thank you all so much for going over our sixth selection. And now we made it to our sixth piece out of 16. So that means that we have 14 more pieces to go. So we are slowing down and going over all of our pieces. So we have 14 more to go. So we still have a lot, but it's gonna go by fast before you know it. So please be prepared. But yeah, so I will see you all next week for our seventh selection. So please be on the lookout for our seventh piece next Monday. So thank y'all so much for going over our sixth selection today. It has been a fun piece to go over. So now, thank y'all so much. I will see you all next week. Okay. All right. Bye bye, y'all.